Another day, another alleged hack. It's not really a hack. I don't know why I just called it a hack. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Dan, talk about cybersecurity and everything in between. You know how it is. So this app called it's called T app, just got exposed for about 1.1 million people's data. Yeah, so just an average week, I guess. Okay, so the T app. What the hell on earth is the T app? Now, personally, I've never heard of it because I'm not in that realm of where that app's from. It's basically a more sinister dating app where you review men that you've gone on a date with and you probably hadn't had a good experience with them, or they've not been up to the standards that you may have thought they would have been, and you've gone out and reviewed them like an Amazon product. I'm not even joking, that's a real thing. So the Dating Safety T app, I'm not sure about safety, exposed 72,000 user images. An app like this, having that amount of people exposed, is not good. Is not good. So the T, an app that allows women to post anonymous comments about men they've supposedly date, basically reviewing them, announced on Friday that it suffered a data breach with hackers gaining access to 72,000 images. Now, hackers is a strong word. As someone who sees this, I wouldn't necessarily call them hackers, and we'll go through why. Now, to come in like a seagull and see it from a bird's eye point of view, the number included 13,000 selfies and photo IDs submitted for count verification. So these are the woman verifying. I've been talking a lot about verification because I just did a video on the Online Safety Act. Go watch that after this, as well as 59,000 images from posts, comments, and direct messages. Only users who signed up before February 2024 were effective. So how did these alleged hackers get access to all of this information? Now, I put hackers in quotation marks here because they're not really hackers. You know, you get most people claiming to be hackers when they've just copied and pasted a script online and pasted it onto their terminal, whatever, and now they're some next level genius, anonymous level type of hacker. That's not the case here. Basically, the database was public. Yeah, you heard me, the database was public. So the security behind this T app was non-existent. Literally non-existent. For an app like this, which is a lot of sensitive data, a lot of images, a lot of messages, a lot of a lot of sensitive stuff on here. To have a public database is actually beyond me. To actually comprehend how they actually did that is very surprising. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm still mind boggled about how you just had a public database basically accessible to anyone. Your grandma probably could have gone on Google and probably found the public database herself. That's how simple it was to access. Now, of course, this hasn't ended up good for anyone. The women, the men, you name it, they're all in this together. And this has ended up with a lawsuit by the women who were signing up for the app. Because what the app did, like I said, it went through verification methods. And so that's things like Face ID, or more commonly driver licenses or credit cards, or something to identify that you're 18 or above. Things like that are meant to be deleted. They're not meant to be kept around. This T app, of course, did not do that. From looking at their previous experience, they're not going to do that. And so they've basically kept all of that stuff, and now as a result, they're getting sued. Literally says here, the company claimed and promised users that images would be deleted, and it turned out to be untrue. Instead of deleting all these photos and IDs, it's actually secured. I put that in quotation marks again because guess what? Nothing's secured nowadays, and it was actually put on an unsecured Firebase storage bucket, which was accessed by an unauthorized individual and posted on the infamous 4chan message board. 4chan's still going strong in 2025, even after they got hacked themselves. That's just insane. And of course, it just doesn't end there as well, because 1.1 million leaked messages were sent between users on the T platform. I don't even know what to say. Like usual, I always go back to that. Why don't these companies secure their databases, their information properly? It's actually beyond me. At this point, I give up. I'm like a broken record who goes on this about every single week. You know, the amount of times I talk about this stuff is actually ridiculous. Every single week I talk about why don't these companies just add more security? Why is their databases unsecured? And I can't answer that question because I can't think like these guys. No, but in all seriousness, this app doesn't benefit anyone. Although, you know, this app is a little bit dodgy in my point of view. Women getting exposed, men getting exposed, everyone's getting exposed here. It's like a double-edged sword. No one's benefiting from this. So yeah, if you did enjoy this type of content, you know what to do. I try and make cybersecurity news or topics like this entertaining. Try and make it a little bit more Kazam to it, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm on about. But you know what to do. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye.